Dr. Garrett, let's talk about, when we do cosmetic dentistry and we put those little veneers, as they're called, basically fingernails on the tooth, so making good looking. But there seems to be two kinds. One is called a Lumineer and one is called a veneer. What the heck is the difference, really? Explain, please.
Okay, no, Lumineers is actually a brand, a company that used to focus on something called prepless veneers or a thinner veneer. Now with the technology, the veneers, depending on the case, some people are very reluctant to do veneers because they think their teeth are going to be grinded. So they would look into having something called Lumineers, which were very thin veneers, very thin. That technology is now across the board. The veneer technology now allows it to where if a person has concerns in regards to having any reduction on their front teeth, depending on the case, it can actually have very thin veneers that will go over it and will beautify, make the teeth more beautiful by improving the shape or even the color. So the really, there's not much of a difference anymore. It was more a few years back where Lumineers and veneers were, a little bit different. But the Lumineer brand now is pretty much available with all the different companies that make veneers.
I see. So basically, in the end, for the patient, it's the same. He doesn't really need to know the difference. You, the dentist, kind of decides, look, we need to grind this tooth a little more, so we put the slightly thicker fingernail on it, which is the veneer.
Yeah.
Or we can use the Lumineer, which is really made by a company, kind of. And you, the dentist, decides that the patient doesn't have to bother himself too much with it.
Yeah. I mean, what happened is before the difference with all the veneers, before the conventional veneers, that we would have to do some grinding or a lot of grinding on the front part of the tooth to be able to create enough thickness. And there was a company out there that came out with something called Lumineers or prepless veneers. And they were very big initially because people liked the idea that their tooth would not be grounded. It wouldn't be grinded down, so they would be able to fit on top of that. So that was a few years back. Now the technology allows us to really do it on a selective case. The results are beautiful. The veneers or Lumineers, whatever you want to call them, because they're pretty much the same now, allows us to have a very great outcome for people to be very happy with a prepless, a minimal prep, or a regular prep. It just depends from person to person on what their preference is and what the condition of the tooth is to start off with.
Okay. Well, wonderful. Thank you very much, Dr. Garrett.
You're welcome.